We're taking a look here at Tuesday's script. The install for this day, no new calls. We're done with those for the most part. So these are calls that we already should know, just normal bowl, bullet, those are the blitzes, and you'll see a mixture of our coverages. What we're going to do with this install, though, is that every single play here is either bootleg or sprint out pass. So we have the quarterback movement. We'll get a lot of practice with that. Now we're going to do a mixture of coverages against sprint outs and bootlegs. In fact, we're going to try to go through all our coverages just to see if there's any issues. So I'm going to go through some examples here so that we can kind of see what we're doing for each. We've also continuously kind of messed around with the rules, trying to find out what makes most sense. So this is what we're settling on at the moment. If this is new to you, it's fine because, again, we just kind of been changing it over the course of the summer. In this example, we're going to get sprint out and its answer. So what we're going to do in this case is curl defender slides out to the flat. The hook defender slides out to the curl. The other hook defender, so what I'm going to call this is I'm going to call it hook the QB. So you're going to start here. And then if there's anybody in the area that nobody else can cover, okay, that's fine. But if there's nobody to cover, then it's hook to QB. So let me write that, hook to QB. Now remember, if you're the weak side curl, so if you're this Willie here, you got to hang back. You got to stay home a little bit before you try to come over this side. Right, so in summary, the curl here slides out. The hook defender slides out, the weak side hook defender slides out, and then this backside guy hangs around. He has to hang around because if you look at the backside here, okay, there's lots of space, and the only other defender over here is the cornerback. When they get sprint out, the free safety is also going to be sliding this way. So I get scared when I see 11 guys all moving to the right, because you will see stuff that hits the backside. Like they might do a quick screen back here, like I've seen this play, go for touchdowns. They may also do something where they'll fake it to the running back, and then they'll have you forget about it, and then they hit him back here. So in general, when we get movement, I still want at least 2 guys kind of hanging back here in case they try some shenanigans. There's also reverses. We'll see these sort of plays where they'll start the movement to the right, and then they try to get you by you're all running this way, and then they have a misdirection and they'll come back the other side. Here's an example here where the call is bird, so it's bullet. So we're gonna get blitz there. When we get the quarterback movement, this curl defender will slide out to the flat, and the middle defender, so we don't have hook defenders now, we just have the middle defender, he's going to get to the curl. Notice we do not have another guy. We don't have a weak side hook player, so we do not have that that hook to QB role here. Okay, so it's just this guy to the flat, this guy to the curl. Here's a sticks example right here where the quarterback's going to fake it to the F and then boot this way. In this case, we're in man-to-man responsibilities. So the Mike here is man-to-man on the F, so we'll have to get the F when the F fakes. The Willie is on the Y here, and because it's sticks, right, we should be getting help on the blast route by the free defender. So what will end up happening here is when they run this blast, the buck's going to help. So we'll get this situation occurring. And once the buck is able to secure the blast route, then the will linebacker can trigger to go get the QB. In general, right, the players that end up being free are the ones that will go and get the quarterback. If we're in lock, though, so that was sticks, say it's like missile lock. So if it's missile, right, he's blitzing. In this case, the buck would be man-to-man on the running back. You got different levels here, defenders, right? Remember that review video, we got different levels. So if we get this crossing combination, right, where the F's going to get the fake and the Y's going to run the blast rail, we want to be on different levels vertically so that we can take our guy man-to-man and not bump into each other. Let's talk about our split safety zones next. These are slightly different than an answer. The biggest difference in the coverage is, let's say we hit bootleg right this way, so the quarterback's going to fake it to F and boot to the left. The biggest difference in these coverages is that if you look weak side, notice there's 2 defensive backs. So we have the weak side corner, who has the label Q here, and then the F. This is different than our middle safety defenses. If we're in a middle safety defense, the safety's in the middle. He's not over here, and he's going to actually move with the bootleg. All right, so if you remember, in answer, I told the curl defender over here to hang back because I didn't want just one guy over here. Right? I want to defend the backside with 2 against any sort of backside shenanigans from the offense. But if you look at the split safety defense, we already got 2 guys there, which means the linebackers are kind of turned loose. Okay, so in split safety defenses, when we get quarterback movements, all of the linebackers can get to this side. Okay, so let's take a look at this specifically. The call is claw. So the quarterback's moving to the left. Claw, just so you know, the corner already has the flat. So we have a flat defender, which means the hook defender is going to slide out the curl. The next guy in, the Mike, is going to do hook to QB, right? That's that hook to QB thing. So he'll go hook, and then, right, if nobody's here, then he'll go and get the QB. The will linebacker, well, we don't actually even have another zone for this to happen, so the will linebacker can just automatically go to the QB. Or if you want to think, he can come to the hook as well. So we got 2 hook to quarterback players here. Whoever gets there first will go get the quarterback. They'll both probably end up getting the quarterback. But, just to make it simple, we'll just say both of these guys are going to hook the quarterback. Let's take a look at web. So here's a bootleg, quarterback's going to fake it. Now in web, right, the cornerbacks have deep quarter, and the linebackers have curl and middle. So the linebacker here is going to, the curl defender is going to slide out to the flat, which is the same thing they would do if they were the curl defender and answer. The middle guy, in this case, is going to slide out to the curl. Right, we just fill in the next zones basically. And the weak side linebacker, instead of hanging back, he's going to move, right, because it's a split safety. We turn the linebackers loose. He's going to go hook to QB. So if you just want to think about it, like in the simplest possible terms, we just fill out the next zones until we get to the hook. Once we get to the hook, the rule becomes hook the quarterback. Let's finish with a Mamba example. So here's a bootleg, quarterback's going to fake it to the F and then boot out to the right side. So what we want to end up doing here is we're in Mamba, so it's man-on-man back out. So the buck right here, he has the F, so when the F comes out this way, the buck will take him. If he turns it up into a wheel, then the buck will run with him. And then we have 2 free defenders. Now, just like I do in sticks, I want to get help on this blast route here. You can see the safety, right? He's going to be kind of chasing it down, but he's going to need support on the blast route. It's very difficult for the safety alone to cover it. So in this case, the will be supporting on the blast route. And then the Mike is really free, like he's just free. So you can just kind of start to run this way, and everything should be covered. Like we're going to double that blast rail, so we should be good there, which means you should be free to go pressure the quarterback as quickly as possible.